So I'm noticing I got quite a bit of negative feedback on my Litecoin video, where I said when Litecoin, the bubble bursts, this current bubble, that whenever I feel like it's the low or whatever, the bubble bursting, I'm going to go ahead and buy a bunch of Litecoin. And I've been reading your responses, and I've been seeing the amount of thumbs down. It's quite a few. I don't know if I've ever had that many thumbs down on any video I've done. So I gotta really explain this. I've always advised the safest thing for you, for people who listen to my videos. The absolute safest thing you can do, period, investment-wise, is to have physical gold or silver in your possession in a safe. It doesn't matter if the market crashes, doesn't matter if the company goes bankrupt, it doesn't affect you. You have a physical item in your safe that can never go to zero. That's been my #1 investment advice for the million years, million years, more like 8 years, or whatever it equals, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 36 years now, almost 7, since I've been buying silver and advising my friends and family since then, 2007. But I know I've done videos saying how you should just stay away from the Bitcoin and Litecoin and all that kind of stuff, based on news stories that are coming out showing you where people got screwed. Just the other day, the exchange in China walks away with $4.1 million. You got a kid who created his own exchange website, had $1 million missing, 18-year-old kid. The thing is, you can download and store your own Bitcoins or Litecoins on your own computer, which they call it your wallet. Yes, it's digital. It's no different literally than downloading a file. It takes a little while for it to sync and everything, but you can actually, again, if you don't hold it in your hand, you don't own it. You can technically download it to your computer. Therefore, it is in a safe, so to speak, in your house, in your possession. But it's like the market. It's like a piece of paper stock in the fact that it can go up and down, and it can go damn near to zero, like it practically has in the very beginning. I mean, that Bitcoins were in the pennies of dollars, cents range, whatever, at one point a few years ago. It only started, 2009, and was 20 cents, 50 cents, whatever, $1, $2. It's now $430 something for a Bitcoin. This year alone, 11 months ago, Litecoin, 7 cents per Litecoin. And as of right now, it's over $4 per Litecoin. So I noticed a lot of people giving me crap that I'm talking about Bitcoins, even recommending someone gamble with a couple dollars and try to make some money in Bitcoin, or Litecoin in this case. If silver's today, and no one's happy with the price of silver today, by the way. Everybody wants to see $35, $40, $50 silver, obviously. And much higher than that, potentially, when all this settles and the collapse or whatever happens. But it's at $20 today. Even at $20, and I would just, if someone tells me, Joe, how much, I don't have a lot of, I get that all the time. I don't have a lot of money. I'm struggling like most people, blah, blah, blah. What's the minimum amount of silver you think I should get? And honestly, the absolute bare minimum amount of silver, I would tell someone like 200 ounces. That's like really low. But that's what I'd shoot for. At today's price, that's me telling this person who says I don't have a whole lot of money to mess with at all, do you have, $6,500 handy to go buy 200 ounces of silver? At today's prices of $21. So, what if I were to tell that same person, listen, I replied to you and you calculated correctly that it's about $6,000+ to get that silver today, and you only have like $500. If I were to tell that person back in January, listen, this is highly risky. I don't know where this is going, but take $100. You got 500? Take 400 of it and buy a few ounces of silver. Take $100 and you are going to gamble the crap out of that $100, and yes, you risk losing every penny of it. But if it does what a lot of people are thinking it's going to do, you stand to make a small fortune. Let's just say I told them take $300 and buy silver. Take the other remaining $200 and buy these Litecoins, okay? On January of 2013, if you would have bought $200 worth of Litecoin, that would have been approximately 2,850 Litecoins in your possession. Yes, you could have downloaded them. They could be sitting on your desktop in a file, in a drive, a encrypted drive, little thumb drive, whatever. You could have them in your possession. You could have been sitting on them this whole time, not even following Litecoin, not even knowing what it has done in the background, as far as price-wise. You would have 2,850 Litecoin. At $4 a Litecoin right now, you will be sitting on $11,400 approximately. You would have took a $200 investment and turned it into $11,000 approximately. Because if you have 7 cents for a Litecoin, $200, that gives you 2,850 Litecoins. 2,850 Litecoins times $4 is 11,400. And then take the $11,400 and buy your $20 an ounce silver. Not only could they have bought that 200 ounces for $6,500 that I recommended earlier, they could double it. They can now have 400 ounces of silver based on an extremely small amount of investment money. Here's the problem. Litecoin, Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, all this crap, they are even more risky than the damn paper stock market. But just think to yourself, man, how many times did I blow $100, $50, a couple $100 on something that I absolutely, not even kind of, needed. I wanted it, and even as a want, it was ridiculous. Why did I waste my money on that stupid thing? Or that stupid, I went and visited something, or went to Disney World, or just something you look back like it was not even worth it. Even Disney World's probably okay because you had some entertainment. But I'm talking about the stuff that you said, what in the hell did I do with that money? That was the most ridiculous thing I've ever done. Have you ever done that once? Now, personally, I've done that probably quite a few times, to be honest with you. I've blown $100, $200, whatever, more than once on some stupid stuff. I got screwed by JP Morgan playing the paper silver market, which I've told you guys many times. In 2008, I lost the entire $3,000 because the price of silver dropped from 21 down to 17, or almost 21, down to 17, wiped my whole account out. I had stops put in place, safety measures, and it blew past the stops because no one was buying until $17 range. Then, of course, JP Morgan's pals bought up the market, buying my account out. And I got a margin call, you owe us $200-300 on top of this. Oh. And then I found out, research, JP Morgan did this on purpose. Don't play those games. Always hold physical silver. It was a learning lesson. Again, this is 2008. So, I just lost $3,000. And it hurt. Not just, but I did in 2008. And it hurt. It did not feel good. If I would have lost $200 in that whole debacle, I had $3,000 in the account, something happened, I lost the bet, and I walk away with $2,800. It doesn't even bother my stomach like that. Oh, whew, good. Oh well, didn't work. I'll go somewhere else. Hold on to the money, do something else. It doesn't hurt too bad when it's $200. Could you imagine taking $200 of anything, no matter what the risk is? Even if it's riskier than playing the damn paper markets. Because again, some of these exchanges walk away with people's Bitcoins and see you later, never see them again. That's why you have to download them to your computer safely. But it's still risky regardless, because it is a digital currency that people are betting on with fiat money. It's not a physical object. It's not silver. You don't get gold. You don't get a barrel of oil. You don't get a bushel of corn like the commodity markets. It's a digital bet on almost nothing. But for God's sakes, to just take a couple $100 and try to make it turn into something bigger, I don't think it would hurt anybody. So here I am seeing Realist News here. This is why I'm Realist News. Because no matter what I may have said some other time, if I find out later on that, I know I crapped on Bitcoin in such and such video I did, 6 months ago, and then today see something that has changed my mind, I've just educated myself. JSNIP4 cannot be perfect. I'm not God, all right? I mean, I'm not 100 times the most powerful psychic compared to all psychic. I'm not. I have no psychic ability whatsoever. Don't have any kind of godly foresight power. I just do lots of research constantly, trying to educate myself, and then sharing it with people on YouTube. But if I find that something that I have said or advised in the past is not up to par right now, even though it still makes sense because it's risky, right? It's not, you can lose, you could definitely lose, right? I'm trying to give you the best advice, which is hold physical silver, because you can't lose. You own it and you always have it. But if I badmouth Bitcoin and Litecoin and now see that they've went up and down before, $250 for Bitcoin, back down to 70 something dollars, then up to 150, down to 100, now has exploded to 400. This is a serious bubble that has to pop. And I can recognize that. By God, I should probably talk about it to let my subscribers know what I have learned in this process of paying attention to all this stuff. And I could have kept it quiet and just said, I'm not getting into Litecoin and Bitcoin, stay away. And then pulled a JP Morgan or pulled a Goldman Sachs, and while telling all my subscribers, my pals, don't get involved in that, and then I go and get involved in it on the side and make money hand over fist, like JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs do to their clients. That's not how JSNIP4 rolls. JSNIP4 tries to be as honest as absolutely possible with you. And if I change my mind or change something, I'm telling you. I have one bozo on there. I can't believe you flip-flopped. I'm unsubscribing. Have you ever in your life, whoever this bozo was, I'm not even going to mention their name, you ever in your life stood by some kind of decision and then realized later that decision wasn't right? Or I need to reanalyze it and make a different kind of decision, not even the whole opposite, just reanalyze it, make a different decision, slightly different decision, anything. Have you ever in your life done that? You wouldn't be a human being if you've never done that, so don't give me any crap. I'm just trying to explain how taking a tiny, 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 ridiculously small amount of money investment-wise, what it could have done if you would have played this risky Betty game with Litecoin and Bitcoin. I didn't do it. I wanted to stay away, and I did stay away. And right this second, I don't have a single Bitcoin, Litecoin, anything in my possession. Like I said, I'm going to wait and see if a big smashdown occurs on Bitcoin and Litecoin. And that's when I will jump in. And because I'm such a nice guy, like I said, when I make that move, I'll put another video out. Guys, I'm taking the risk. And you know what could happen? Bitcoin, Litecoin's down to $1.50. It's $4 now. Litecoin's, I'm going in, guys. I'm going in. And then Litecoin goes down to 60 cents, 50 cents, 12 cents. And kind of hovers around there for a while. Guess what? I made the wrong decision. I advised the wrong decision. But at least I told you what I was doing, why I was doing it. And if you want to do it too, you go ahead and do it too. You don't have to do what I do. Last time I checked, I can't stick my arm through my computer screen and force you to do anything. All I can do is advise you of what I'm doing, explaining why I'm doing it, try to educate people in the reasons that made me want to do it, to say, here's why, take a look at this information. It always makes sense, which is why people constantly agree with me. Yeah, good, it's the smartest decision to hold physical precious metals rather than play them on paper or on margin, right? It's obvious now. But if there was some little thing that I could go and play on paper on margin that was like a Bitcoin, and I had to play the bankster's game, but I realized it was 7 cents, now knowing this, of course, hindsight's 20/20, as they say, and I was going to go up to $4, and it only cost me 7 cents. That's like insider trading. None of us knew that, of course. But boy, would you be sitting on a pile of cash now that nobody you told the story to would probably even believe unless you showed them. Oh yeah, I took $200. Bitcoins were $7 a piece, 7 cents a piece. Litecoin, excuse me. And they just turned $4 today, so I just made like 11,000 bucks. No big deal. People would look at you like you're out of your mind, thinking, "Oh my God, what if I all the stupid money I put in my 401k or I put into this. If I had $1,000 and I put into, you did that with 2,000. Imagine if I put 1,000 into, or right? You start thinking like that. So the bottom line is, I don't feel comfortable getting into Bitcoin or Litecoin right now. It's too high for me. Not to say that it can go even higher and then crash down to where it's at now. And if that happens, then I may have to reanalyze to say, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and get in on Litecoin at $4. I'm not waiting for it to go down to $1 or $1.50 or whatever. Again, it's a chance, it's a risk. I'm not going to have any kind of magic ball that tells me why it's the best decision right now or why not. All I'm doing is sharing my life in decisions like this with you. So it kind of amazes me how people get really pissed off at me for doing a human thing and making a mistake. This is a mistake that I should have told people, go and get these highly risky Bitcoins, right? Go get these highly risky Bitcoins. There's high potential. And imagine if Bitcoin didn't do what it did do, and it just crashed even more. People would be absolutely furious with JSNIP4 for advising them to go. Why would you even say that? It's not even physical. It's digital. They would be letting me have it. I wouldn't have a single subscriber left. But because I'm flip-flopping, as the guy said, whoever this bozo was, all of a sudden I don't deserve to be subscribed to anymore. Because I woke some people up that didn't know this and said, look, next time it crashes, we may want to try to get in on it so that when it rises again, we sell off, take the profit, and then go buy the safe thing, which is the gold and silver. So I got to come out here and like explain this like I'm talking to some children for them to understand what I'm meaning and why I'm doing this. And like people must look at me like I'm a god or something. I'm not allowed to make a mistake, and when I do, oh my God, he flip-flopped. He went from God to the devil. Oh my God. Really? Could you imagine if you were that poor person that had the $200 to your name and decided to dump it into Bitcoin and then won? Oh my God, I just got $11,000 now. You'd be really happy. You wouldn't care that it wasn't that safe. It was a risky investment. You would not give a crap. And anyone that did give a crap, you could say, hey, bozo, look at my bank account. It's $11,000 higher than it was when there was 200 in it. So I'm not telling anybody at all to go and sell some silver and go do this. No way in hell. You take your extra money that you got on the side, little bit of that money, and go gamble with this. When the prices crash, that's what I'm going to do. Again, you don't have to follow me. You can if you want. And I don't care. Like I said, when I do this again, you're going to know about it. And if any more bozos want to get on my case or unsubscribe, I'm unsubscribing, go. Don't let the unsubscribe button hit you in the ass on the way out. Take care.